Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture series on C programming language. We are in our lecture number 67. In this lecture, we will be learning the remaining two unformatted standard library functions. So as part of formatted library functions, we already learned about fprintf and fscanf. And coming to unformatted, we have already learned in the last lecture about getc, putc, which is used to work with characters, and fgetc and fputc, which is also similar to your getc and putc. And we also learned about the getS and putS, which is used to work with strings to get the data from the files and to put the data into that file. Now, in specific, if you use fprintf and fscanf, they will be working with any format type of data type. But if you are using getc, putc, and fgetc and fputc, they will be working with only characters. But if you want to work with more than one character, like a string, if you want to work, then fgetS and fputS will be used. Now, if you are in specific, if you want to work with only integer data type, then you can also do that one. That means reading and writing integer data into a file or getting the data from the file can also be done by using these functions, which we are going to learn in this lecture. So we will be having two functions to work with, that is putw and getw. What is the use of this putw is, I think there is a spelling mistake here, only one t is required. Okay, so it is putw. Now, what is the use of this putw is, putw is used to write some data into your file, and that data will be your integer data. So the syntax will be like this. We need to use putw, and you need to specify the variable name in which your data is available, and whatever data is here, that will be written into this file pointer, and this file pointer will be pointing to the file whichever you want to write. So now this function putw is used to write a integer data only into your file. So this is the syntax where a is of integer data type, and whatever data you have, that will be written into this file. Right? Now we have the other function, which is getw. Now what is the use of this getw is, you want to get the data, integer data from the file. So the syntax will be like this: getw of file pointer, and the integer value will be fetched from that file, and it will be assigned to some variable. So after getting that value, the variable will be, the pointer will be automatically pointing to the next location. If you see here, let us consider if you have a file like this, then what happens if you are using getw, whatever first data is there, that will be retrieved from the file, and the file pointer will be pointing to the next location. Now, whatever value you are getting, that should be stored in a variable. Let us consider that variable is n, and always this variable should be declared as integer data type only. Why? Because we are trying to get the value as integer. But here, make sure, like whenever you are working with getw and putw, if you are writing the data into the file and if you are getting the data into the file, it will work with integers only. But if you are trying to open that specific file, then you may be able to see the data in the form of text only. Why? Because we are working with the text file. So whatever input you are giving, that will be converted to a text, and that text will be saved in that file. But if at the time of retrieving, text will be converted into integer file, and that will be displayed to you. Okay, to understand the work of putw and getw, let us see one example. So what we'll do is, let us start our work. So here we need to first declare all the header files. Okay, so stdio.h, stdlib.h, okay. So according to your requirement, what are all the things you are using in your program, you need to use those header files. And then I'm writing my main function. In that main function, the first thing I need to do is, I need to create a file pointer. Okay. So now what I want to do is, I want to first create one file. Okay, and in that file I want to write some data into that file, and later on we will be reading the data from the same file, and we will be displaying that data. Okay, so what we'll do is, f equal to, we'll open that one file. If the file is not existing, then what happens? It will be creating the file with the name whatever we have given. If it is available, then whatever data is already there, that will be completely read. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create one file called check.txt. If it is not there, it will be automatically created if you are opening in the right mode. So why I am opening in the right mode? Because first I want to put some content, that is integer content into my file. Now what I need to do is, whenever you want to put some content into the file, you need to read the data from the user first through our output screen, and whatever the user will give, that will be copied into that file. To do that task, what we need to do is, that is, ask the user enter the data. Okay, let us write that one, enter data, and there should be a condition where you need to, that the user should know, like, this is the end of the data. Whenever the whatever data you want to put into the file, if he has given everything and you want to tell that this is the end of my data, to make sure that one, what we'll do is enter data to give, let us give some value like minus 999 to end type. That's it. What I'm just for our understanding, I'm writing here. You enter the data, and by after entering the data, type minus 99 or give minus 99 to end type. Okay. So I'll be reading the data. Now what I'll be doing is, so we need to repeatedly do this task. So how many times we are doing? While let us consider the value we want to store in n. So initial value of n, let us give 0. Okay. Now what I want to do is, n value not equal to, because our ending condition is minus 999, while n value is not equal to minus 99, we will be reading the value. Okay, first we'll be reading the value, and then we are storing the value in n, and if it is not minus 99, we'll be putting the value. So it is an integer value, so put w, you need to specify the variable name and the file point. So this will be repeated continuously. For the first time, the n value is 0. So you will be writing that value into the file pointer, and then the value, whatever value will be, that will be. So obviously the first value will be 0 according to our input. Okay. Now what happens, or else if you don't want to have this option, then you can go with the do while also. Okay. Are you understanding what I'm doing? Do, you should have do, and then you can have while here. It is up to you, whatever you want to write. Now after this, what we need to do? F close. F close of F. We have done our work. What is our work? We want to create one file, and that file we have written with the data. 1 second. Okay. So what we'll do is, so now we have read the data. That means we have asked the user to enter the data, and that data we are putting into that file, and that data is of integer type, and we close it this way. Now to check whether the data has been successfully written into that file or not, what we need to do? Let us open the file once again. Okay. And now let us open the file in the read mode. Are you understanding? I am not writing two different programs. In the same program itself, I am trying to so now I am trying to open the file in the read mode. Now whenever you are trying to open the file in the read mode, what we need to do? We need to check whether the file is existing or not. If it is not existing, then we need to have that condition. So if, okay, f equal to null, that means we are not able to open that file. In that case, we will be printing an output, file does not exist. Because in the read mode, if the file is not existing, it will return a null. But in the write mode, if the file is not existing, it will simply create that file. So that's why for the write mode, you no need to write this condition checking. But for the read mode, it is good if you add these things. Okay. Now our file has created, and the data has been kept, and it is closed, and now we have opened the read mode. Now we need to get the data. So how to get the data? Let us get the data in the end only. You know how to get the data. The only thing, the function we need to modify, that is getw, because we are trying to read the integer value. Now I am checking not equal to end of file. Till the end of the file, I want to read the data. Okay, so till the end of the file I have written get the value, check whether it is end of file or not. If it is not end of the file, what I want to do, just printf /n percentage d comma n, whatever n value we have that is retrieved from the file, that will be displayed. Okay, f close f, just I am trying to close this. Got it? So what we have done in this program, I'll repeat once again. We have created one file pointer and we have opened one file in the write mode. If it is existing, the data will be erased. If it is not existing, new file will be created, and I am asking the user to enter the data, and to end you have to give -99, and up to -99 the data will be accepted and it will be written into the file using putw. After that our work has been done and we need to close this one. Remember, without closing this file we can't open that file in the read mode. Why? Because we have opened in the write mode, our work is done, so we need to close that one, and again we need to open that file in the read mode. Without closing, don't open that file again in the read mode. This point you need to make a note of you. Close that file, whichever mode you have opened, your work is done, then again open the file in the read mode. Now here we are opening the read mode. We want to read the contents, whether whatever data we have given here are successfully written into that file or not. Okay, now let us see that one. So we'll see if the file is not existing, you will be getting this output. If the file is existing, individual value will be read and it will be stored in n. It will check if it is end of file or not. If it is not end of file, that data will be printed. If it is end of file, it will come out of this one. And finally our work is done and it will close this file. Right, so let us run this program. So now it is asking, okay, let me give a clear screen so that it will be more clear to you all. I think this will work. Yeah. Now you can see it is asking you to enter data and type -99 to end. So what value I will be giving is 12, 45, 78, 43, 26 and -99. I'll click enter. Now this data whatever I have given here, that will be written into that file. If now we are writing one more loop here, one more condition, some statements are added to get the data, because we are reading the one and we are displaying that one. So let us see whether we are getting the correct output or not. Okay, you can say check here, whatever input we have given, that will be displayed. That means we have successfully written the data into that file and we have successfully got the output. We have successfully retrieved the value. Understood? So let us check that file, how the data is displayed in that file. Okay, our file is text.txt, check.txt, and that will be available in the same folder where our program is there. So this is our check.txt that will be automatically created. You can check here. You can't understand the text file. Why? Because it is a text file, but whatever data you give, that will be converted into text and it will be stored like this. But if you retrieve here, again it will be converted into that text form, integer format, and it will be displayed. So if you are trying to open the text file forcefully, then you will be getting this output. But if you check from the C editor, whatever input you have given, that will be displayed. So don't get confused, all of you, how the work will be done. Okay, so this is an example about how putw and getw can be used through C programming language to put or to insert or to write or to read the integer data from the text files. I hope you all are clear with this concept. So with this we'll come to an end of all the unformatted operations, file operations. Unformatted, formatted are nothing but fprint and fscanf. Formatted are nothing but putw, getw, putc, fputc, getc, fputc, getas and puts. In the next class, we'll be learning about random access file operations. So let us all meet in our next lecture. Until then, thank you all of you.